Roughly 2,500 Afghan evacuees remain at Camp Atterbury near Edinburgh. That's less than half the total number of refugees who arrived at the camp after Afghanistan fell to the Taliban in August. Officials have been resettling around 400 refugees a week, and they hope to have the remaining people resettled by early January. Fewer than 150 people from Camp Atterbury have resettled here in Indiana. We're joined now on set by Lee Feinstein, the founding dean of IU's Hamilton Lugar School and a professor of international studies. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. Now, you were there. Can you give us a little bit of insight about what that was like and what you did?
Oh, sure. Well, we did a couple of things. We were there initially in October. IU teaches 80 languages, and people say, why do you teach all of those languages? And why does the federal government give you all the money to do that? And Camp Atterbury gave us a really good answer, because you never know when those capacities are going to be needed, and you can't do it at the last minute. You got to build it up. So when this all started, we heard that there was a need for Dari and Pashto speakers, because there's a lot of processing that needs to happen. You have to ask people health questions. You have to get them, into the system. And so over the weekend, we were able to, because we had the capacity on campus, to assemble speakers of Dari and Pashto who we could make available to the Defense Department and others. There was a special need for women translators as well, for cultural reasons, and we did this over a weekend, and we were just so proud to be able to help. And then we came back in October, and we brought 1,000 Dari phrase books. And these were not for the evacuees, but these were from the young soldiers who had been dispatched from Fort Hood on very short notice. These are generally, if I can say it, young men, kids, 18 to 25. Some of them never been outside of their state. I can say safely, probably none of them had previously met someone from Afghanistan. So this was an opportunity to give them some introduction to the culture and some language capacity to talk to them as well.
So about half of the refugees have transitioned off the base. For those that are remaining, what are some of the challenges?
Oh, the challenges are huge. IU's history and its greatness in some ways is built on refugees dating back to Herman Wells. And a lot of our faculty members are refugees. They are proud to be here, just like the Afghan evacuees are very proud and grateful. But of course, they're worried about who they left behind. And of course, the abysmal human rights record of the Taliban gives them a great concern.
Just about 30 seconds left. What about any possibility of these refugees returning back to Afghanistan?
Yeah, I think that's a tough one. I think it's highly unlikely that they will be able to return. If there's any hope, and I traveled to Afghanistan in 2011, it's in the great rise in literacy rates. Since 2001, the greater educational opportunities for women especially. So civil society gives some hope, but it's really going to require a long time and a concerted international effort.
Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it.
It's my pleasure.